Okay, let's do a hat shave this morning. A Cabela's hat shave. Welcome to Randy Shaves for the weekly shave here on this Thursday morning. What are we going to be using? Well, to be honest with you, I'm not totally sure. This is a soap that is kind of foreign to me. I think I've used it once. I honestly cannot remember where I got it. I think I got it from the Razor Company at one of their like before Christmas sales or whatever. It's from Pinnacle Grooming over in the UK. Pinnacle Grooming is in the northwest of England in the UK. And the name of the soap, I think, is Ganesha. I think that's how you pronounce that. Anyway, it's a cologne type scent. It smells very nice, and that's what I'm going to be using today. I've got the matching aftershave to go along with it. For the scent notes, get ready. It's going to take a while. Bergamot, Davana, elemi, saffron, cloves, nutmeg, balsam fir, cinnamon, black pepper, agarwood, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, cedarwood, and musk. It's a lot of ingredients. That's what I'm going to be using today for the shave with the RazoRock Lupo with the .58 plate and the super knurled handle. I've got a perma-sharp blade in there on its first use with that. The brush I'm going to be using today is a Frank Shaving boar brush. That's the Frank Shaving logo. They have a really good boar brush. Their boar bristles are fantastic. Really like those. So let me wet my face and get a lather going here. This soap lathered up really well. This is my first Pinnacle Grooming soap. Don't know much about them really, to be honest with you. But I thought, hey, let's do something different today. So we're gonna go with it. Hope you've been having good shaves. Now this is a pretty, like on the 0 to 10 scent scale. When you first start lathering with it, this is like an 8. I mean, it's up there. You have no trouble smelling this. But it is a nice scent. Get all the soap off the places I don't need soap. And we'll go ahead and get started and start talking here. See how this goes. Warm up the razor just a little. Okie dokie, here we go. Nice and slick. Got an announcement to make. Going to shock some of you, but keep life interesting. I sold my Yates 921. That's right, you heard it. I sold it. Not because I didn't like it. Love that razor. Not because it wasn't a good razor. It's a great razor. If you need a razor, get you a Yates 921 M. My problem is I have too many hobbies. And one of those hobbies is playing guitar. So this is kind of a long story, but what the heck. I've got, I don't know, 6 or 7 different guitars, but I've always wanted a particular brand of guitar, and I've never bought one, and I finally did. That's why I sold the Yates And that's not all I sold. I sold another razor, sold some more stuff. The guitar I bought is a Martin guitar. I'm a great big fan of old classic country music. And the Martin guitar is just the standard in country music as far as acoustic guitars go. And I've always wanted one. They ain't cheap, trust me. So I've got a really good friend who owns the local music store here where I'm from. It's an old family store. It's been in business since the 50s, and the fellow that runs it now is I coached a little kids basketball team years ago, and he was in the 4th grade, and he was my star player. He was well beyond his years in the 4th grade. He was a good little athlete, and so his parents owned this music store. And a few years ago, unfortunately, his dad, who was just a great guy, he had a stroke, and he had to give up working. So the young man I'm talking about, he worked in the store with his dad. And he's taken over the business, and that's where I do all my business. They're just so nice and treat me so well, and we have so many memories together. So he got in this new Martin guitar, and he's got like a YouTube channel, and he's got a Facebook page for his business, and I'm subscribed to him, so it popped up, this guitar did, on his page. So I thought, man, gosh, I'd like to have that thing. And he only got one of them. He got it on March the 4th. From Martin, of course. And I called him about it. I said, man, I'd like to have that guitar. He said, well, I'd like to sell it to you. So I've had all kinds of guitars, all different brands. I've had Taylors. I've had a Blue Ridge. Right now I've got a couple of Yamahas. I've got a Alvarez. I've got an Epiphone. Just different ones. So I said, well, let's work out a trade. He said, that sounds good. So I went and talked to him. And of course, he knows all of my guitars because he sold them all to me. So I traded in my Taylor guitar and a bunch of money, and got it. But that's why I sold my Yates. I sold my most expensive razor because I needed to raise the biggest amount of money to do this. So anyway, that's the story. I got plenty of razors. Got plenty of guitars too, but You know, that's one of the most relaxing things I do, is sit around and pluck on my guitars. And as I said, I've always wanted a Martin guitar, and now I have one, and I absolutely love it. But I'm an old style classic country fan. I detest today's country music. And I know some of you probably love it. That's great. We all like different things. But country music just isn't country music anymore. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Jelly Roll? Give me a break. Wow. Old Jones and Haggard and Jennings and all those guys are flipping in their graves right now. Hank Williams. They can't believe what's happened. And I can't either. I still listen to country music, but it's country music. It's either on one of the classic stations, or it comes from my collection of albums and stuff. So, wanted to get that out there. I sold the H921. Hated to part with it, because it is a fantastic razor. If you need a DE razor, get you a Yates 921. You will never regret it. But I also do like this RazoRock Lupo. I've got other razors I enjoy using. But I enjoy playing that Martin guitar too. So that's and I spend a lot more of my life playing guitar than I do shaving. So there you go. I don't care for electric guitar. I've had one when I was a kid. I've got the old, the first guitar I ever had. My parents bought me in 1972. It's an old Yamaha, and I still have it. It's pretty rough looking, because back then, I didn't take care of my guitars like I do now. I baby them now, but me and all my buddies back in those days, we'd get together and beat on those things, have a big time. But it still plays good. I had to work on it. I had a tuner that needed to be fixed, and I did that. But it stays. I got all my guitars on a wall in my family room. It's not up there. It stays separate, because I don't play it hardly any, because it is so old, and I want to pass it on down to my grandkids someday. But I just never was an electric guitar fan. I don't, and here again, I'm probably going to irritate somebody when I say this, but like I said, we're all different in shaving and music and a lot of things. But all these, all this high-pitched, I call it no sense picking. I don't care for that. The only electric guitar music that I ever really enjoyed was Merle Haggard played a electric, but he played it in country style. Now, I like acoustic electric. It's, you know, an acoustic guitar with a pickup that you plug into an amp. That's fine. Because it just sounds like an acoustic guitar. But this is about shaving, isn't it? But I wanted to explain, excuse me, why you won't be seeing me with my 921 anymore. I may buy another one someday. I'm not ruling that out. But you know, when you get up to around my age, you decide, you know, I've worked hard all my life. I finally got to retire. I raised 2 kids, been married 50 years. When you raise kids, you sacrifice a lot for them because they want things. And I decided, you know what? I've always wanted a Martin guitar, and by gosh, I'm going to get one. Life's too short. So that's the story. Sorry I went on so long. Shave is going great, by the way. Tell you what, if you like boar brushes, you need to check out these Frank shaving boars. I don't know where he hasn't always sold boar. And he sent me one several years ago. And I told him, no, that's not, that's not good boar hair. And, you know, I'm always honest with him. That's what he wants. That's why he sends me stuff to try out. But man, he's come up now with I don't know what source he gets it from. But it is really nice boar hair. Makes great brushes. Okay, that's gonna do it. Man, that was, I don't know whether it was quick or I just went on so long about guitars that I lost track of time. Hope I didn't bore you, but I wanted to explain to you why, because I did love that 921 razor. It's a great razor, and I would recommend it to anybody. Now, I was a little bit of an oddball when it comes to the new winning razor. I bought one, but it just wasn't for me. I wasn't. I guess I was spoiled by the 921, and it just didn't appeal to me, and so I sold it after not having it very long. And I know a lot of people absolutely love that razor, and it was super duper quality. Don't get me wrong. It was really made well, and tolerances were tight, and all that good stuff. But put on some aftershave here. I gotta go to the doctor after a while for my checkup, so I don't want to overdo it on this. I don't want him running out of the exam room saying, man, that guy put on too much stuff. What was I saying? I don't even remember. The winning razor, it just wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't suit me. And so, but it is a great razor, and a lot of people are absolutely wild about it. He can't keep them. You know, that's how much people like them. But I go back to my old saying. That's why they make chocolate and vanilla. Some people like chocolate. Some people like vanilla. I like both. But anyway, that's that story. Okay, so to recap, we've got this Pinnacle Grooming Ganesha. I hope I'm saying that right. I have no clue. That's what it looks like. Ganesha. I think it's the way it's pronounced. I'm not sure. But it's a really, really nice soap from Pinnacle Grooming in England, in the UK. And I'm not 100% sure how I got my hands on it, but I did. And the aftershave, I like the artwork. It looks nice. So anyway, and I used the PermaSharp on its first use. I used the Frank Shaving Boar knot, which is great. I've got 2 of those, and I love them both. So I guess after we put on some Aveeno, we're going to be done. And I'm going to try to get this thing uploaded and out there before I have to run to the doctor today. I'd rather do anything, but I have to go. Have to do that. You gotta have your checkups and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'll be playing that guitar today too. You can count on that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shave. I hope you enjoyed my explanation. You may not have, but hey, I'm at 986 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000. If I can do that, I'm going to give something away, I promise you. And I'd like to just, I don't know, it's just a thing. I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers. So any of your friends or family or whatever, have them subscribe and watch the videos. I would really appreciate it. Be sure you use my razor company link in the description of this. Be sure you use my Frank Shaving link. Now the Frank Shaving link is for you. It is a discount link. If you put Randy Shaves in his coupon code box, you'll get a 20% discount on Frank Shaving gear. And that's a very good discount. Very generous of me to do that. And it's all for you. I get nothing out of that. But you do. You get to save money. So and you may save enough to buy yourself a guitar. You can't ever tell. Anyway, I'll let you guys go, and I'll talk to you the next time. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for subscribing. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll talk to you guys the next time. Adios.